Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Rose with Cooking with Rose International Cuisine. Today let's make some very tasty and creamy garlic shrimp Alfredo with mushroom and penne pasta. This is a delicious dish that will serve like 6 to 8 people. But first, before we do anything, we got to get the water boiling so that we can cook the pasta. Behind me I have a 10-quart pot full of water, and I pour about 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil so the pasta won't stick. Once that boils, we're going to put in 1 whole pound of penne pasta right here. Now let's get started with the ingredients, but before I do that, I'm going to heat up this cast iron skillet, and we're going to cook everything in this skillet. So here are the ingredients. We have about half a cup of minced onion and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper, and then about 3 or 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. In here we have about 6 to 7 large cloves of garlic minced, and then for garnishing we have about half a cup of minced parsley, and then some cherry tomatoes. You can cut them in halves. And then here's the key ingredient that I like to put in my Alfredo that sets it apart and makes it taste so good. It's my homemade shrimp stock, and I tell you, you can use this, but if you don't know how to do it, I'll show you another option to make it taste the way I do it. And then 1 full cup of Parmesan cheese. You can use more. I have another cup in the back just in case, but I'm going to start with 1 full cup. 3 stalks of green onions. I have them chopped up and separate the white pieces and the greeny pieces. About 6 to 8 ounces of mushroom sliced. This is baby bella mushrooms. 2 cups of heavy whipped cream, and then 1.5 pounds of shrimp, deveined, shell, and everything. And all these have been washed. And then we're also going to have some salt and pepper and olive oil, and then also some cooking wine. White cooking wine will be best. And then if you don't have any homemade shrimp stock, you can buy some online or on Amazon. Any kind of shrimp paste. You just have to be careful. Shrimp paste typically is very, very salty. So if you put something like this, maybe half a teaspoon to get started to see what it tastes like. And then just a dash of cayenne pepper to give a little kick. And then just maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And that's about it. So let's get started. The pan is now been preheated. You want to keep it at high medium, and then we are going to season the shrimp with the seasoning, the paprika, the garlic, and salt and pepper. And my hands are clean. I'm going to toss them around, and then we're going to grill these on a single line on this pan. I'm going to add a little olive oil, maybe about 2 tablespoons. And make sure when you put this in, they are 1 piece at a time, or you can put them all in, but make sure that they are on a single line. They're not on top of each other. And we want to grill this maybe a minute per side, just until the shrimp is cooked through, and that's it. And then we're going to remove it from the fire. I'm going to start turning these. And our shrimp's done. Beautiful color. And now we're going to continue cooking our dish in the same cast iron. Next, what we're going to do is just add this butter. I'm going to start first with about 3 tablespoons. This is 4 tablespoons. Melt that in. Also at medium high heat. As that is melting, we're going to start sauteing. First thing we're going to saute is the onions. Saute that for maybe a minute or so until translucent. I'm also going to add the white part of the green onions and add that in and saute. Now let's add the garlic. All 6 or 7 cloves, finely minced. And with the garlic, all you have to do is just saute it until just for the fragrance, because garlic will burn pretty fast, especially on medium-high heat. And while we're sauteing all these vegetables, guys, it's okay to have medium-high heat, but when we cook in the cream, I want to caution you, anytime you cook anything creamy, you do not want to boil the cream. You want to be sure that you cook it in low heat. Maybe up to a soft simmer, that's about it. You do not want to boil cream. You don't want the cream to curl. And there you have it. Mushrooms, and these all been pre-washed. This is about 7 or 8 ounces. Keep stirring, just until the mushrooms are tender. I'm going to add, at this point, just a tad bit of that butter, so make it a full 4 tablespoons. And a dash of cayenne pepper, about a 1/4 teaspoon, that's it. About 1/3 of a cup of white wine. Pour it in. Let the alcohol boil, cook it down, and reduce a little bit, but it gives a great flavor to the creamy sauce. The next thing is just a dash, literally just a dash of nutmeg. Nutmeg helps with enhancing the flavor of creamy stuff and creamy sauces. So basically, what I put in was not even a 1/4 of a teaspoon. At this point, we're going to reduce the heat. The mushrooms are looking good. We don't want to overcook them. And we are going to add in the cream sauce. This is 2 cups, y'all, of heavy whipped cream. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And my secret ingredient, which I highly recommend that y'all do this if you can. And I have some tips about how to prepare this at home. This is a 1/4 cup of homemade shrimp broth. Pour it in. Give it a little stir. And keep it at low, medium heat. You want it to come to a soft simmer, not boiling. I think our water in the back is boiling. So I'm going to, while this is coming to a soft simmer, I'm going to put the pasta in. It takes about 11 minutes to cook the pasta. The water is boiling. I'm going to pour in the penne pasta. According to the manufacturer's instructions, this is going to take about 11 minutes. I also have about 3 tablespoons of oil so the pastas don't stick. And then be sure to check every couple of minutes. Just stir it, make sure they don't clump together. And we'll let that boil for about 11 minutes. It's been about a couple, 3 minutes, and our creamy sauce is just barely now coming to a soft simmer. At this point, I'm going to add the 1 cup of cheese. I'm going to start with this first. Pour it in and just stir it until it's well blended and the cheese melts and the cream is smooth. I'm going to add at this point the rest of the green onions, the green part. The 1.5 pound shrimp. Oh, that looks delicious. I can eat it just like that without any pasta. It looks so good. They look so good. Just stir it in. Now that the shrimp are in the sauce, and the shrimp does have some salt, and we put some seasoning in it. Looking at the consistency, I think it's perfect. I don't think I have to add any more cheese. This is cheesy and creamy as it is. But now it's the time to taste. So let's give it a taste. Oh my God, this is absolutely delicious. The seasoning and the nutmeg, the garlic, the homemade shrimp sauce makes all the difference, y'all. It does. So I highly recommend you follow my recipe step by step. I'm just going to let it just simmer, soft simmer, just a little bit. And then once the pasta is done, we're going to drain the pasta. And then we're going to pour all this onto the pasta. And then at that point, we're going to add the 2 garnishings, the tomatoes and the parsley. Our shrimp garlic Alfredo is done. All we have to do is garnish it and it's ready to be served. So let's garnish it first with parsley. And look at those shrimps. And some tomatoes. Get some color and taste to it. And last but not least, I like to sprinkle it with just a little bit of pepper flakes. And then if you like, you can add some more cheese to it, but this is how my family like to eat them. There you go. So if you like my channel, subscribe. Have any questions, send me a comment. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and see you soon.